All right, everybody, welcome back. We got the news. We got Valentine's Day tomorrow. We got it all. I don't even know where to start out. The Democrats don't even know what the hell's going on. Do they know what the hell's going on? I don't think they know. They are on the wrong side of everything. I guess they're all for wasteful spending. They're all for just sending tax dollars everywhere. What's up with these taxes, bro? Why is the United States government spending $7 trillion a year and none of it goes to Americans? I would be curious to see, I don't know if we'll ever find out, but how much of that $7 trillion actually goes overseas? I know we have the Defense Department has a big budget. They're almost up to $1 billion. They might even be over $1 billion. But $1 trillion is 1,000 billions, right? Am I right? I don't know if my math is right, but that's a lot of billions. It's a lot of billions, but hey, what are you going to do? What are you going to do as the United States of America? We just keep it chugging along and we fight for your freedom, we say. You know what I'm saying? But the mainstream media is flipping out. The newspaper media is flipping out. The Democrats got no control over nothing. I guess they're losing everything because we found out with that U.S. aid, that's just fake. They got like a rapper. They got a rapper in Pakistan, I think, or somewhere. Gaza, I think it's a Gaza rapper. He gave him $3 million so he could produce rap songs. They got celebrities going over. Remember all the celebrities going over there? Ben Stiller, Sean Penn, all the other ones that went over there, paying them to go over there. So I don't know what's going on. It just makes me not want to pay taxes. It should make you not want to pay taxes, especially if they're just going to waste all this money. Frivolous money just being tossed around like it's nothing. And they'll tell you it's only a couple billion. A couple billion? Excuse me? A couple billion? But I guess that's what you're dealing with. You're dealing with these elected, blackmailed imbeciles. And I guess the old guard's going out. We do got some Kennedy and Epstein stuff should be rolling out here. I guess that Anna Paulina's out there doing stuff for it. I guess she was saying something about the other day that there was a second shooter. I think anybody that dove deep into Kennedy realized that there was a second shooter. They always pointed over by the grassy knoll as a shot. Even if you think if it came from the library, you're wrong. I mean, the guy would have to have been hanging. Lee Harvey Oswald would have basically have to be hanging out the window to take that shot. So there's a lot of stuff going on. Supposedly, the Department of DOGE is in the IRS right now, so they're probably going to find some corruption there. The Department of Defense had it. So not getting a lot of stuff. I guess you'll get a full report. I guess if you follow them on X or Twitter, we'll be able to get a full report of all this stuff that it's just wasted money. I saw today that they were putting dead turtles on treadmills. I thought the shrimp on treadmills was funny. Or the cats in saunas to make sure their hairballs didn't get so hairy. But I guess they're giving cocaine out to animals. They just funding anything. You know what I'm saying? I wish I knew, I'd be like, you know what? I'm going to fund how often, a dog poos in a different backyard. I'm going to need $7 million for this. And I guess if you knew a Democrat or you knew somebody corrupt, a politician, I guess there's a lot of nepotism going on out there. Somehow you would start a LLC and then they would call an NGO and the NGO would give you that money. So corruption is just so deep. It's just completely wild. It's completely wild. I didn't even pull the chat up. You got Anderson Cooper. He's an agent of the Central Intelligence Agency, Project Mockingbird. He don't know what to do. I'm curious to see, because we had RFK Jr., he got sworn in today. Tulsi Gabbard got sworn in. It should be good. We should be getting down to the bottom of this stuff, but I don't know. This corruption runs deep. They will not give up power, and they will do everything in their power to make sure they don't give up all this little slush funds and money here and money there. These places aren't just going to come off the drugs. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to come off their heroin. They're going to fight. They're going to steal. They're going to kill. They're going to need to get their dope. And that money looks like a lot of the frivolous ones, just like the outrageous ones. Like, I guess when we retire, they put you in that Iron Mountain. In Pennsylvania, there's that limestone underground cave mountain where they're still using Windows 95 and 8-inch floppy disk. And you're like, what the hell's an 8-inch floppy disk? Look it up. Look it up. You know what I'm saying? They got flash drives now that can, I mean, you basically put everything on it. They got terabytes, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 terabytes on flash drives that are so fast. But, hey, we just a bunch of dummies because we just going to keep paying our taxes, right? Pay your taxes, boy. Pay your taxes. It's for America. You don't love America? I don't know. I'm just out here rambling on. We rambling on. But the media is not. The media is upset with Elon Musk. They want Elon Musk out. And even when they get called out on, I don't understand why the Democrats get called out on this. And I know it's nonsense. They know they're wasting their money. They're wasting taxpayers' money. But they're going to defend it to the grave. Democrats, I think, are done. I think they're done. I think they're over. They got nothing left. Here they are defending stuff. The one and only Anderson Cooper defending stuff.
It was surreal, but I got to tell you, I know what you're not showing here. Musk gave 7 specific examples off the top of his head of where the corruption and fraud were. I know you didn't play the clips. He was talking about a contractor that had a 3-month contract. He was paid for 20 years. He was talking about welfare benefits that were being paid to someone that was technically 150 years old. He was talking about line items in the Treasury that had no justification.
There's no any he doesn't present any actual evidence.
Well, he's standing there in the Oval Office. Do you expect him to come in with 10,000 pages? And I have to be clear, to complain about this administration about transparency, when this president takes open questions on a daily basis, yet Joe Biden didn't show up for a press conference this 6 months, is insane. Well, these guys are being extremely transparent. They don't have to sit there and take the questions, but they do. It's all on the website. It's all out there.
It's not transparency to say things that have no factual background. I mean, to say we're cutting, we've found $1 billion or $1 trillion in waste with no specifics, that's just talk. That's not transparency.
It's 23 days in here, guys. 23 days. You were talking about 2.3 billion that was saved last year. These guys are saving 2.3 billion a day.
Right, but
it's incredible.
That's what they're saying. But where's the proof?
You're waiting. You're not going to be satisfied till he shows up with 10,000 pages.
But in about 10,000 pages, he's giving very specific things,
yes,
but he's not actually giving any evidence of that.
It's all going to come because what they also said was, if we have to go to Congress, we'll go to Congress.
Right, but
we'll show where it is.
Some of the details that have come out, like the $59 million spent on luxury hotels, it's actually not.
You're talking about the FEMA money that was abused for migrants.
Yeah.
FEMA money for migrants, that's okay now?
No, I'm not saying it's okay. I'm not saying it's okay. Don't put words in my mouth.
So would you stop that? Would you stop that process?
Don't be a dick. The portrayal. What I'm saying is the portrayal by him is.
It's hilarious. It's hilarious. They can't defend it, but they're trying to defend it. They're trying to defend it with their lives, like their lives depended on it. They want to defend this nonsense. These guys they lost their minds. They lost their minds. I mean, I'm dumbfounded. This is all they got right here. This is all they got. This is what the Democrats can only do right here. This is what these boneheads are doing right here. This is all they got. They're out here protesting. Here they are. They're out here protesting. Look at this. This is what they do. This is their protest right here.
Which side are you on? Which side are you on? Tell me. Which side are you on? Which side are you on? We'll fight against DOGE. We'll fight Elon Musk. No Elon scab within our walls. We'll fight from dawn to dusk. Oh, which side are you on? 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 Trump's coming for our unions. He wants us all to fail. He wants us all to bow to him.
Yeah, that's what they did. They singing out there. They're a bunch of idiots. And, of course, they're getting on JFK, RFK Jr. Robert Kennedy got sworn as the new head of health for the United States government. And they want to say that he don't like vaccines, and they want to say he's going to get rid of the polio vaccine. He's going to get rid of the chicken pox vaccine. He's going to get rid of the all the vaccines. I don't think he's going to get rid of all the vaccines. He just wants to make sure that there's reports out for these vaccines. They always say these vaccines are safe and effective. But we know not everything can be safe and effective. I mean, it's safe and effective that, out of 100 people that take it, 2 die and the other 98 live. Is that safe and effective? It should be 100%. If it's not 100%, it's got to go. It's got to go. A lot of rates of stuff have been climbing. Obesity, cancers, autism, they're all going up. They're all going up. And hopefully Kennedy can get out here and figure it out, because that's all they want to do. The government's just upset. I guess it's all come crashing down on them quick, too. 2.5 weeks in, right? 2.5 weeks with Trump in, and they're going crazy. I mean, here's more of their craziness. They're crazy as crazy. Look at these crazies. I can't get enough. I can't get enough of it.
And if you think you're afraid of Trump, you should see how afraid of Trump I am.
Can you wrap up, please?
Yes, I can. If you say that you're afraid of Trump and that's why you don't want the city to be a safe space for trans people.
You got more?
I speak as both the B and the T in the LGBT.
I'm multiply disabled. I have Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, which is a connective tissue disorder that causes me immense physical pain. I'm on the autism spectrum, and I have narcolepsy, and I couldn't drive myself here, so I had to hide from my driver that
I want you to listen to me.
Let us remember that the Nazis burned the books the Nazis burned books on gender sciences first. Now the administration has villainized and marginalized migrant workers, trans.
I guess they all want to be on the side of dummies and idiots, I guess. You know what I'm saying? They want to be on dummies and idiots. And then Trump's also out here, he's freeing hostages. Trump's out here freeing hostages. He brought back the Russian teacher, Mark Fogel he brought back. He brought back people, I think, from Venezuela. He's brought back quite a few hostages. He's still negotiating with Israel and Hamas to release some hostages. So, I mean, it's all going on. The bigger one is, of course, the new Pam Bondi, the new Attorney General for the Department of Justice under Trump. I guess she's out here. She's going to have a lawsuit against Letitia James and Kathy Hochul, talking about they weren't paying up. They weren't paying up. They weren't paying attention. And they wanted to let immigrants run all rampant through their city. But here she is talking about how they're going to bring them in.
Back here. So thanks for being patient with us with the delay. We're here today because we have filed charges against the state of New York. We have filed charges against Kathy Hochul. We have filed charges against Letitia James and Mark Schroeder, who is with DMV. This is a new DOJ, and we are taking steps to protect Americans, American citizens, and angel moms, like the mom standing right behind me, who you're going to hear from in a moment. New York has chosen to prioritize illegal aliens over American citizens. It stops today. As you know, we sued Illinois, and New York didn't listen. So now you're next.
New York's next, baby. I guess none of it made sense to have to prioritize all these, just the flood. I can't believe they flooded it. They just flooded the whole United States of America, which is who knows who. I get it. Some people want to come over here, but do they really want to come over here? Or are these NGOs just out there in these places like, yeah, come on over? Because I feel like only bad guys want to come over here. And yeah, you might have some people, but who just wants to pack up and leave their family and everything just to come over here? They make it sound like it's just awful over there, but there's cities over there. You know what I'm saying? There's lifestyle over there. There's poor and rich everywhere you go. It just seems like it's awful crazy that millions and millions of them want to come over. But that's what they want to do. They just want to flood us out. And then, of course, here's this iron salt mine thing, or limestone, where they process all the retirees for the United States government down in this thing. This thing is wild.
It supports many of our high security customers, such as banks, financial institutions, healthcare organizations, and the federal government. If you are a high compliance or high security need organization, this is the place to be. The Western Pennsylvania facility is a city underground. It has many of the same things that a city would have. It has fire and rescue teams and a store. It has enough fuel storage to last 72 hours without having to refuel. As we go further and further into the labyrinth, which is the facility, we reach the data center portion. There are more than 6 different challenge points before we hit the data center. These challenge points and these extra gates help with security and compliance. The 30-foot thick limestone and 200 feet of stone above the facility lead to natural weather protection, and the ambient temperature of 53 degrees helps the facility remain cool. Iron Mountain works with our customers to design the space of their needs. Whether it's what you can see over my shoulder.
That's wild. It's like an underground bomb shelter that they turned into server farms, stuff like that. Top secret stuff, I guess, is down there. Bill Gates has Microsoft or whatever down there. So it's just wild. It's just wild, wild, wild. I wonder how much money it goes to maintain that. The federal government does to maintain that. When they could do all that in one office. Everybody that retired, they could do that literally in one office. But they want to do it old school paperwork, hole punches, I guess. And they've been talking about that place for a while. And it's just going to be nice. It's going to be nice that Trump's cleaning this nonsense up, because this is what we needed for a long time. And we got to start paying attention to the next election. We need someone that's going to keep Trump's momentum. We need a killer. Need a killer out there. And, of course, RFK Jr. got sworn in today. Tulsi Gabbard got sworn in the other day. Let's watch a little bit of his speech. He's going to clean it up. He's going to clean up all these red dyes, all these yellow 40s, green 88s, all this nonsense. Hopefully he can get the Roundup out of the crops and all that, because they just want to kill everything. And hopefully we can get people back to being healthy again instead of just all these preservatives and trash. And get make America healthy again. That's what we're all about. That's what we're all about here. Let's play some of this Kennedy stuff.
I want to introduce my family and thank them for being here. My wife, Cheryl, my cousin, Anthony Shriver, my daughter, Kik, my other daughter, Kira, Catalina Shriver, Joey Shriver, Jackson Hines, and Amaryllis Kennedy. Oh, and I want to thank all of you for your support and throughout this whole 2.5-year journey. My first time in this Oval Office was in 1961, and I came here to meet or 1962. I came here and I had a meeting with my uncle, who was president then, where we talked about the environment. He was involved deeply, as we all know, in restoring physical fitness in this country. He challenged at one point during his administration, he challenged Americans to do a 50-mile walk, which I ultimately did. But I remember the day that my father completed his walk. We were staying up at Camp David, and my father came in after 18 hours walking on the CNO towpath with his feet bleeding and blisters on them. My father had one of his best friends was Al Lowenstein. And Al Lowenstein ultimately was a congressman from New York who was assassinated himself in 1980. But Al Lowenstein had started the Dump Johnson movement to get rid of President Johnson and end the Vietnam War. And at the time that he started it, people just thought it was a fool's errand. And ultimately, he asked my father to run for president against Johnson. My father wouldn't do it at that time, and he asked Gene McCarthy. McCarthy did it, and he joined that campaign. And my father ultimately ran, and Johnson then dropped out. So Al Lowenstein succeeded. And although Al Lowenstein was on the other side now, running against my father with Gene McCarthy, my father wrote him a note, a quote from Emerson, where he said, if a single man plant himself firmly on his own ideal and there abide, the whole wide world will come round to him. For 20 years, I've gotten up every morning on my knees and prayed that God would put me in a position where I can end the childhood chronic disease epidemic in this country. On August 23rd of last year, God sent me President Trump. And he gave me... He's now given me, he's kept every promise that he's made to me. He's kept his word in every account and gone way beyond it. I'm so grateful to you, Mr. President. A lot of people told me that I couldn't trust President Trump, that I better get it in writing. And we did a handshake, and everything that he told me he was going to do, he has done. And I'm so grateful to him, and I've told you before, I genuinely believe that you are a pivotal historical figure, and you are going to transform this country at a time when we see all of the indicia of democracy now in tatters in our country. We see the rise of the military-industrial complex, the rise of totalitarianism, these attacks on our Constitution, and this breathtaking epidemic that is disabling our people. President Trump has promised to restore the American dream in this country. A healthy person has 1,000 dreams. A sick person only has one. 60% of our population has only one dream, that they get better. President Trump has promised that he's going to restore America's strength. But we can't be a strong nation if we have a weak citizenry. If people are sick, 60% of our people are sick, 77%. As President Trump mentioned, of our children cannot qualify for military service. And we need a man on a white horse now. We need somebody who is willing to come in and has the spine and the guts and the strength to challenge orthodoxies, to stand in the way of vested interests, and to break institutions that have turned against our democracy. President Trump has shown again and again that he is that hero. And
yeah, he's praising Trump. He's praising Trump. Trump gets enough praises around here. We don't need to be praising Trump all the time. But I mean, hopefully everything can change and everything can get back to some type of normalcy. We thought we had normalcy, right? They want to tell you this and tell you all these lies, and this doesn't do that, that don't do that. And it's going to be different. It's going to be a lot different. We're still waiting on the first 100 days for Trump. And it's looking good so far. All these executive orders. And you got all these stupid judges out here. These federal judges are trying to put a stop to, Trump can't say there's only two genders. Trump can't come in and have the DOGE team everywhere. But they're suing. The Democrats are going to sue. The Democrats are on the wrong part of history. I don't know when they flipped and how this corruption got, but money will change people. Power will change people, and we're seeing it head on right now. We're seeing it head on, and they're fighting tooth and nail, but they're not going to win this. They're definitely not going to win this, and we're going to keep on fighting, and that's why we do this show. That's why a lot of people do the show. We just want to get the truth out there. That's all. We want to get the nonsense out of here. We want to get the nonsense, the semen, the singing Democrats, all this nonsense. The reporters, CNN, hopefully they all go nowhere. Hopefully people like this right here, they're questioning this person, Elizabeth Warren. She's out here, this old hag bag. She lied her way all the way across, talking about she was an Indian. She got all types of stuff her way. She's worth millions and millions of dollars. Only been a senator for
Senator Warren, why are you
6
so
years.
afraid of transparency? Why are you bothered by the fact that
really
Elon
scared.
Musk is attempting to expose all of this fraudulent spending? What is that about? What is the problem here? What is the problem with transparency? Do not touch me. Do not touch me. Senator Warren, I just want to answer a question. How did you get a 12?
Got to get them out. We got to get them out. They don't know what they're doing. They don't know what they're doing no more. But I want to wish everybody, and I mean everybody, a happy Valentine's Day. Enjoy it. It's a pleasure. We'll definitely be back. Maybe we'll do something Friday night. Maybe we'll do something Saturday. We're just going to get the news going. If anything major breaks, you know we're going to be there. You know we're going to be there. And we're going to keep on keeping on, I guess. It's peace and love. God loves you. I love you. Stay blessed, everybody. Stay blessed. And I will see you all later, baby.